Okay, assembly I see our electoral commission. Mami Mensa ne call for any remover a petitioner, a President Mahama ne a Chief Justice Paul Bawumia Mensa to me a kind na ye customer mind back during a time NDC amanyo kuno a a power no a NDC chairman ekoko biye interview ni ebisa eye Mami Mensa ni remover no ehon sensem se ono ankasa ebe file petition na ye de remove Mami na ono de na asema o kan se Ghana for na ankasa ni civilians na citizens no ye ni ankasa na ye be file petition no na ye de remove Mami no but ono de Mami Mensa is not fit for purpose enye ono ne nko a one ne deputies no electoral commission no ose Mami no oye onye fit for purpose abusuya momi yanko na yanko tie ensema Johnson esidun ketia editu dwasa time no na ye ba lawyer Martin Pebu enso de nsem bi to dwa efa eye OSP ho of file petition krampo ema say ye remove OSP ye ba na ye de eno nso ato amso
consistently.
My plan?
No,
whose plan?
NDC plan or government plan. When you were in opposition, you have said that she had not treated you fairly, you never liked her. Now that you have the power where you can start processes to remove her, are you going to work on that? Or you are going to let her do her job?
We still have the power as citizens to petition for her removal. And I have been petitioned. Let's wait and see whether the rest of Ghanaians will petition or not petition.
You have complaints against her. Why not?
Yes, I have
why not petitioning for her removal?
Oh, when there is going to be a change, there are people who write about it, there are others who sing about it, and there are others who actually implement it. So we are the people who were singing about it. We are waiting for the implementers to come and work at the implementation.
But would she also?
So it doesn't mean that it means you are the one who should implement it. I am very clear in my mind that the commission is not fit for purpose, and I'm happy that our main opponents who have been defending the electoral commission to the hilt, they have now come to the same conclusions that some of us arrived at earlier on. So it's like now, luckily, we have a bipartisan consensus that the commission is not fit for purpose and that something must be done.
This is Face to Face on Channel 1.
Okay, NDC chairman Johnson esidun ketia ena ye kokotie no ne thought on the removal of electoral commission and her deputies ebusuya ye de ehonsem ebremu na mom yentie lawyer Martin Pebu o kire se OSP kisi ejaben ono nso no sa papa no ono ne hwema kenoforiata edwane efri Ghana hase en sa papa no masa or leke Ghana for ono no nye na adwen se obeye ade bia na ode aboa me ya fight ye corruption nti ono nso no or file petition to President Mahama say ono nso on remove OSP kisi ejabe mo yenko na yenkonko tie ensema lawyer Martin Pebu editu da na ye ba ya ba main topic ne so because sa ensem na ye custom mind back on no eno na ye de kwa kopie ensema ekoso political highway so mo yenkonko tie lawyer Martin Pebu.
You interviewed me at the court premises, then I came here straight away and all that. Yes. So, and also before I end, I have to thank Ghanaians for the massive support yesterday, both from the traditional and electronic media. I most especially want to single out, I know lawyer Tadiosori, Colossus at the bar. Those are the men. If you want OSP, Tadiosori, those are the men. No, Tadiosori is like twice his age at the bar. I mean, maybe I'm putting it too much. But Tadiosori and Co are the lawyers. Come to the bar. We who go to court in terms of experience, knowledge, Tadiosori and Co are the rest.
Are you advertising for him?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm telling you at the bar, the men. Okay. So I want you to know that at the time Kisi Jabin was made a special prosecutor, it's not because he had excelled as a practicing lawyer. Kisi hardly practiced. His practice was small. He was basically an academic. But they are big-time practitioners, okay? You see Ace and Kuma, you see Osafu Buabin, Kizito Beyo. They are stalwarts at the bar. So you have to understand that it's not as if at the time Kisi Jabin was appointed, he was the best lawyer in Ghana, and so if he leaves office today, Ghana will be doomed. No, they were lawyers. They were lawyers.
You were saying thank you to...
Yes. So I want to thank Professor Mike Okwe, Mike Ironi Okwe. I understand yesterday he spoke up well, in defense of the maltreatment I received here, this unjustified arrest and the very harsh draconian bail conditions. So, Professor Mike Okwe, I'm grateful. Lawyer Adiosori, I'm grateful. Kofi Bento, Lawyer Agbeshi Jakwasu, that's our lead counsel, former bar president. A lot of them, I can't name all of them. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for everything. TV3, all of you, Joy FM, Joy News, City FM, Channel 1, all of you, the other ones, I don't know. Oh my God, I've forgotten Adom FM. All of you, innumerable. I'm very grateful. So we are showing that we are building a strong society. That's what this signifies. So the story will continue to be told that our special prosecutor allowed the most valuable suspect to flee. That story, we'll keep telling it until he leaves that office. A man who has 5 cases around his neck, how can you allow him to run away? So you see the very thing, what they've done to me in terms of, we've arrested you, provide surety, provide landed property. That's the same thing we're talking about for Foriata. I cannot say if Oforiata is dying today in Ghana and they say Kolebu cannot provide adequate medical care, he has to go out. Then I'll come and say he shouldn't go, he should die. Why? Do I look? All these years I've been doing media interview. Do you see me that crazy? All I wanted was like what Kisi Ejabin has done to me today. Oh, you are alleged to have obstructed a public officer. Okay, we don't know where the case will go, but you will arrest you and then admit you to bail. See the harsh conditions. So I had to give them landed property as bail condition. Meanwhile, words that I said in reply to a soldier who has abused me. To a soldier who has abused me, I had to provide landed property. Yet you allow Oforiata, who had 5 cases hanging around his neck, hundreds of millions of dollars, to run away. Fala, that's the thing. That's the fala.
Okay, Abusia, Lawyer Martin Kwebu, ena yete ninka efa the removal of OSPKC Ejaben and ene assembly esi Paul Bafuboni edin sembi ababetuja President Mahama with Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni omodin sembi ababetuja prima facie case omo file and omo establish against the EC chairperson and lawyer OSPKC Ejaben abusuan final investigation report na babontia the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana or say he finds no prima facie case against EC chairperson and OSPKC Ejaben. No, ya dismiss a petition to remove Mensa and OSPKC Ejaben. Abusuan ya project at the actual screen and at the amount. Chief Justice finds no evidence to remove EC chair and her deputies as well as special prosecutor following petition for their sacking. Abusuan entino and some way and HSA chagu our political highway so ye di kan cast them mind back on and sema NDC chairman Johnson Esedu get ya edituja FEC no and lawyer Martin Kwebu sembin so oka edifa OSP ho ana or say enka say remove this anchor for but the rule of justice no juma Ghana ye judicial system no juma ankasa Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni on an paying for etnas and on a committee no omo yesa investigations no ochra omunya evidence bia assembly ni wo EC chairperson and OSPKC Ejabinti omonkoso na omonye omo adwuma intinabusuya we ne ensema course mom yanko na yenkonkotie ensem bi nso a ekese course efa after say Chief Justice with President Mahama breaki that news ni say they find no prima facie case against EC chairperson and OSPKC Ejaben.
Now, this afternoon, the Chief Justice, Justice Paul Bafuboni, has determined that petitions seeking the removal of the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Madam Jean Mensa, her 2 deputies, and the special prosecutor, Kisi Ejaben, do not establish a prima facie case to warrant further action. The presidency disclosed a decision in a statement issued on Wednesday, February 18, 2026, as signed by the spokesperson to the president, John Mahama, and Minister for Government Communications, Felix Kwachi Ofusu. According to the statement, President Mahama received 7 petitions from individuals and groups targeting Madam Mensa and her deputies, Dr. Bosman Eric Asare, Deputy Chairperson in charge of Corporate Services, and Samuel Tete, Deputy Chairperson in charge of Operations. 3 separate petitions sought the removal of Kisi Ejabe in line with Article 146 of the 1992 Constitution and Section 15 of the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017. The President referred the 10 petitions to the Chief Justice on November 25, 2025 for preliminary determination on whether they disclosed a prima facie case for further proceeding. Under the country's constitution, such a finding is required before a committee can be set up to examine allegations of misconduct or incompetence. With that threshold not met, the removal process ends at this stage. The ruling means the Electoral Commission leadership and the Special Prosecutor continue to remain in office. Let's speak to private legal practitioner Martin Kpebu, who has also been very critical of the OSP and actually also petitioned the presidency for the removal of the special prosecutor, Kisi Ejabe. Counsel, I appreciate you for joining us this afternoon. Your thoughts on the decision as arrived at by the Chief Justice says that your petition and 2 others did not disclose a prima facie case against the OSP. Hence, it comes to an end here. Counsel, are you still with us? It does appear Martin Kpebu is not with us just as yet on the phone line. We will seek to connect with him and bring you details. But we know that the Chief Justice has determined that no prima facie case has been found against the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Jean Mensa, and her 2 deputies, Bosman Asare as well as Samuel Tete, and the special prosecutor, Kisi Ejabe. In all, 10 petitions went to the presidency in November of 2025 seeking the removal of the 4 persons. And as per the dictates of the Constitution for the persons in relation to the Electoral Commission and Section 15 of the OSP Act, the President forwarded these petitions to the Chief Justice for a determination of a prima facie case. Let's get on to the phone lines again, hopeful that we have connected with private legal practitioner Martin Kpebu. Counsel, I appreciate you joining us, and I hope you can hear me this time. Your thoughts on the decision arrived at by the Chief Justice. It says that your petition and 2 others did not disclose a prima facie case against Mr. Kisi Ejabe.
Okay, yeah, no, let's make this fundamental correction. My petition cannot be part of those 3 that were dismissed.
Right, so yours is yet to go.
Yes, mine was presented on the 11th of December.
Right.
And the President had up to 17th of December to forward it. But even by 11th of December, these 3 against Kisi Ejabe and the 7 against the EC chair had already been presented to the Chief Justice. So we are waiting for mine, that the mother of all the petitions against Kisi Ejabe. Let's see how it goes.
But we've seen the 3 others, which yours is not inclusive of, which we're learning of right now, all turn up in a negative, and the process has ended. Your thoughts on that?
Well, you know, it's impossible to make any judgment call or analysis of those that were thrown out because we've not seen these petitions officially. You know, yes, so once we haven't seen them, we cannot comment. And perhaps what we should be looking at is that let's look at the jurisprudence. When it comes to the EC chair, etc., those ones, the Constitution expressly, and also the Supreme Court decisions say that the contents of the petition should not be disclosed. So it appears that's a bloat, so we cannot see those petitions officially. But when it comes to the special prosecutor, we don't have such an interpretation. There's no decision of the Supreme Court on Section 15 of the Special Prosecutor Act.
Right.
So at least in law, the petitions against the special prosecutor, I don't see anything that bars Chief Justice from releasing those petitions so that we can analyze, because it's the law, strictly speaking. You see, that we knew we had the constitutional provisions, yet when we're dealing with the special prosecutor, and I think for good reason, because it's a fight against corruption, the parliament didn't think it wise to cover petitions against the special prosecutor. So you don't find those things that there should be a bloat on the publication of the petitions against the special prosecutor. And there's no court decision like that. So it appears to me that when it comes to the special prosecutor, we have a lot more latitude. Because, you know, who watches the watchman? The special prosecutor is to fight corruption. So if the allegations of corruption, same, should also be made public so that people can weigh in. Perhaps maybe if there were some loopholes when it comes into the public discussion, people can, you know, supply some of the missing loopholes, and then the case can be made.
On the part of the Electoral Commission and her deputies, should this determination by the CJ be bringing a close to the chapter on them in relation to concerns, conversations surrounding whether or not they should remain in office and all of the political discussions that have been associated with it?
Not at all. In actual fact, the fight has only just begun. I can see that other petitions will follow. No. This Amagana. Ghanaians are not.
Doesn't that then begin to look like an abuse of the constitutionally laid down process?
No, it's not an abuse because, Martin, it depends on the evidence. Somebody can be exonerated today. Even the petitions that were presented, the very grounds, perhaps, let's say, if you presented a petition on a certain ground that, oh, there is this procurement breach, but I didn't have the evidence to back it, and the petition was thrown out. If you subsequently find the evidence, you can reapply and then attach the relevant evidence. Let's not call anything a breach. This is what we mean by accountability. We need more Ghanaians to be vigilant. We will not call anything a breach at all. Even President Trump was impeached twice in the U.S., the U.S. president. But let's get the difference. Impeachment is different from removal.
Right.
But he was impeached twice. He was found liable for bad conduct. That's the U.S. president, sitting president twice. And he himself is even scared that the Democrats are going to impeach him again. So please, it's democracy. It's not autocracy. There's no end. Anybody who doesn't want accountability should not accept such public offices. So there'll be more petitions. That one I can guarantee you. Right,
Council Mawena here, by the way, on the OSP, on the OSP, we've seen what I can arguably say is a workable timeline. November petition submitted. By February, we've seen a determination of whether or not there's a prima facie case. Yours went in December. Is it fair to expect that the Chief Justice will make a determination on your petition by next month?
Absolutely, yes. It shouldn't go past next month because I think the implementation of the Special Prosecutor Act 959, Mawena, is giving us a lot of headache. So far, it's proving that the timelines, we have a challenge meeting the timelines because even if we were to use mine, I submitted mine to the president on the 11th of December. And then the law says the president must hand it over latest by 17th. That he has 7 days to turn over the petition to the Chief Justice. So let's say even if the president turned it over on the 17th of December, then the Section 15 of the Special Prosecutor Act says that the Chief Justice has 30 days to come out with a decision. So looking at 17th of December, 30 days will be 17th of January. Today is what? 17th of February. So we are on our 60th day, double. So it appears we have a challenge. Yes, I concede that this is Ghana. We don't play with our Christmas and New Year vacations. So maybe if we want to amend the law to say that if you present a petition and there is any ensuing vacation, we should deduct it. Yes, let's do it. Then there will be certainty
Right.
Like as we speak, when you go to court, in court we have 3 vacations. There's a Christmas, Easter, then the long vac from 1st of August to somewhere middle of October.
Absolutely.
So everybody knows. So maybe if we want to amend Act 959, let's do so. But otherwise, if we are going by the strict dictates of the law, today is the 60th day, which is way in excess of the 30 days that the Chief Justice has.
Right. I appreciate you speaking to us this afternoon, Counsel, and most certainly I know this is not the last we'll be hearing of you on these matters.
Okay, abusia we ne ensema ekoso eye OSP ne eye J Mensa na ehese Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni what dismiss omo application for their removal abusia ensem de aba Maami J Mensa any OSP omo kampa enye asem ketokora beda mase samo je pene kokuti sa ensem we ede emai aha gossip politics TV so unsubscribe ya subscribe na hit on the notification bell so na be any update be drop in or high bia no won so gonsa ebitumi akabi beda mase